Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. It's truly and sincerely happening. Efcc ask appeal court to stop arrest committal of Bawa to prison. Now you are wondering, who is this guy? That's the Efcc chairman whom AGF Abubakar Malami appointed. And so, when you have when you have an essential dog, or some of these foreign dogs that are more tender towards security and the rest. So this is Abubakar Malami's dog for going to some people to ensure that they deal with some people, but your own dog does not bite you. All things being equal, unless they don't win sham. So right now he was supposed to be arrested, and guess what? For some reasons which you will find out. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details and get all that is needed. Let's get it all. The Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, has filed a motion to Court of Appeal to stop the execution of judgment of the Kogi High Court, which ordered the court of its chairman, Abdulsalim Bawa, to prison for disobedience to court order. Justice R.O. Ayola of the Kogi State High Court has last week Monday asked the Inspector General of Police to arrest the EFCC chairman and remand him in Kogi Prison, Abuja, for the next 14 days until he pledges himself of the contentment of court. The judge gave the order while granting an application for committal to prison of the EFCC chairman for disobedience to a court ruling delivered on November the 30th, 2022, wherein he was directed to produce an applicant in a case, one Mr. Ali Bello, in court. Ali had dragged Bawa to court for arresting and detaining him illegally. He noted that even after the court ruling in his favor, the EFCC refused to release him, but instead went ahead to arraign him on charges of money laundering 3 days after the ruling. The court has also refused EFCC application to set aside the state of execution of the ruling, for which he wants merit. But in a motion filed before the Abuja Division of Court of Appeal on Tuesday, EFCC asked the court to stop the arrest of Bawa pending the final hearing and determination of the applicant. In asking the applicant court to dismiss the order to arrest Bawa, EFCC said the Kogi State High Court did not have jurisdiction to entertain the matter, as it's allegedly intertwined of the responsibility of fundamental human rights accused in Abuja, and no elements took place in Lokoja. Therefore, the trial counts lacked jurisdiction to process to hear the suit filed against the EFCC, which was dutifully raised before the Lokoja courts. The anti-grief agency further pointed out that the applicant had applied to the trial court for complaint and transaction of records of appeal, but as at the time of the filing of the motion, the files of the case was yet to be released to enable transmission of the records to the applicant's court. So Bawa was held in contempt for court order. Bawa was held in contempt for court order, and they said he should be remanded in prison for 14 days. And this is exactly, what was happening, and, we all just have to ensure that we know exactly what we are doing, okay? So this is part of what is going on. Every single one of us must ensure that we know, we understand these people and we know what we are doing. Every time, we shy away from the position of doing what is right, you'll be surprised that it will affect every one of us. Now, the EFCC is supposed to be an agency that fights against corruption and crime. Now, nobody, not just anybody should be appointed to that office. In fact, picking someone in that capacity should be very discreet. Someone who can be vouched for, someone who has a record, of integrity and honor, who have served. It should not just be any Tom, Dick, and Harry. Now, Bawa, because Nigerian government, IGP, all this agency and the rest, they are very quick to deliver judgment. They are very quick to hold people. But when it comes to them following the same rule or the constitution, what has been laid down, they find it hard to follow the rule, the laws, and the order. They find it very hard. Okay? So this is part of what is going on. And every single person must ensure that we do everything right and necessary to bring Nigeria out of what is happening right now. We must all rise up to the occasion. We must all rise up to the occasion. Nobody should allow some selfish little group in terms of very few individuals, who are deciding the fate of this nation, and they are doing it and getting away with it, with impunity, with all kinds of wrong, in fact, when you know of things that they do, you feel for this nation, and you just want to pray that this nation will, things will just change, So these are part of some of the things that go on. EFCC chairman does not even want to obey the very court order, yet he wants to be obeyed. If there is an order, if there is a word that should be mined by every single person, if you want respect, then you show respect. You are in contempt of court order, yet you don't want anyone to disobey you. Excuse me, how does that work? Mostly in Nigeria, that's they succeed in those regards. It's in Nigeria. Mostly, I mean, it still happens in other countries. However, it's just terrible what goes on down here. It's terrible. It's terrible. And so we must work hard to ensure that such things do not repeat themselves again and again. Okay, we must work hard and ensure that such things do not repeat themselves again and again. Every single one of us must do all that we possibly can. Okay? Every one of us must do all we possibly can for this change to come. The issue here on ground is that some people have taken laws into their hands. What does not belong to them, they have taken advantage of it, and they are doing everything they can and getting away with it, sadly. There's really hardly accountability. Bye for now.